Hi, this is Annie Manning with Paint the Moon Photoshop Actions, and today I want to take you through a little tutorial using the new freebie from Polish and Protect. I've just updated this set again and included a new watermarking freebie set for you. This includes a way to watermark your images using a brush instead of just the PNG file like I originally included last spring. When you download this, you'll get the original set of actions, and there's also some storyboard templates included, and you will get all the new watermarking freebies as well. I recently ran into a little situation again, and this happens quite often, unfortunately, where my images were taken and somebody had them on their site and presenting them as their own. Not only is this a difficult thing to deal with as photographers in a professional sense, but also when they're images of your children, you really want to try to do everything you can to prevent this thing from happening. It was very distressing to see my daughter's images being stolen, and I unfortunately had some very small watermarks going on some of the images, which made it a little easier to take and crop out. I wanted to include some actions for you guys to help make it easier to protect your images from this happening to you. And so this new watermarking action set has actions to create a brush using your own logo, or you can use just text of your business name, or you don't have to be a business to watermark and protect your images. If you have images of your children online, it's always a good idea, and I recommend watermarking and protecting them. And it's very easy and very customizable. After you create the watermark brush, you can choose to emboss it. So instead of just having a white or black, depending on your image or whatever color you want for the brush, you can choose to emboss it and have it be a clear watermark on top of your image. And this also includes a watermark logo bar action that creates a semi-transparent logo bar across the image in 2 different sizes, and then you can put your watermark stamp over the top of that, and that just helps prevent image theft even more by having that clear bar all the way across the image. It makes it very difficult to crop it out, clone it out, and use it in a way that you had not intended. These are available for Photoshop and Elements, and I'm going to do the demonstration in Photoshop today. They're pretty much identical, except for the fact that Elements users, instead of hitting play again, which I will do for Photoshop in the middle of it after you've created the brush content, you guys will, in Elements, just click on part 2 of the Make My Watermark action. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. This is Make My Watermark, run first. And it says to play this action, to create your watermark, play it once. And if you want to create a new one, you can play it again. You'll need to delete the first brush it created if you want to recreate it again, and I'll show you how to do that at the end. And then after you create it, you can just use the Place My Watermark action to apply the watermark wherever you want to in the future. Hit continue, and it's going to open this window up, and this is where you make your watermark, and you can type your name, your business name, or you can grab your logo if you want to and drop it in there. It needs to be black, or it's going to be, if you use something that's colored, it's going to use variations of gray for a brush. That's one of the drawbacks of using a brush instead of a PNG for your watermark is that it's going to be one color. You can't use multicolors for brushes. So I hit continue, and it says you can also place your logo here if you wish, and it looks best if you fill it up as much as possible. You don't have to fill it side to side because everybody's logos and names are going to be different proportions, but to fill it from top to bottom as much as possible will look best. And I'm just going to select my text tool, and you can select it over here, or you can just hit T on your keyboard and then click wherever you want to start typing. And I'm just going to paint, I'm just going to use my business name. And to make the copyright symbol, you can hit Option G or Alt G on a PC to make the copyright symbol. And paint, I'm going to make this all, paint the moon. And I'm going to use a transform tool. That's Command or Control on a PC and T. And I'm going to hold my Shift key down and grab one of the 4 corners and drag it to resize it. And hit Enter. and that looks pretty decent for demonstration here. And once I'm satisfied with that, I'm just going to hit play again. And if you're in Elements, when you get to this point, you just click on part 2 of Place My Watermark action. And so it says now that it's created my custom watermark brush, and I just hit continue to go on, and I'm going to close this. You don't need to save this unless you did something fancy that you want to save to change in the future. So if you did something that you can't recreate really quickly, then you might want to save it. I'm just going to not save it and go back to my document I wanted to place my watermark on. And now I can just go to, and now it's set. My custom brush is set, so you don't have to do that again unless you're changing the way it looks. From now on, when you want to place your watermark on something, you just hit play on Place My Watermark. And it tells you to make sure that you have the color that you want selected, and you can change that afterwards as well. And I'm just going to use white, so white's good there. And you could stamp wherever you want the watermark. You can just click once for to stamp it on. If you want to change the size of your watermark, you hit your bracket keys, your left bracket key to go down and your right to go up. And now that, see, it grabbed an old watermark. See, that's why you need to delete the old one, and I'm going to show you here. You can see that's an old watermark that I had designed a long time ago. I'm going to go up to my brush menu here, my palette up here, and here's the new one. Your new one's always going to be at the very bottom, and you can keep your old ones in there if you'd like, but it's not going to automatically select it if you don't delete the old ones you've created. So you would have to go up here and find the newest one you created, or you can go back in and select the old ones and delete them as you wish. I just right-clicked on that, and you can delete brush if you want to get rid of the old ones. And so I just clicked on the new one here, and now you see here I have my new one. And I just click wherever I want it just one time, and there's our watermark, and that's as simple as it is there. And you can resize it. Command or Control T to resize, and hold the Shift key down to keep the proportions. I've been lately trying to watermark so it's a little bit closer to the face. That doesn't always prevent people from doing things, but I'm going to show you the watermark logo bar here too, which really helps prevent any kind of image theft. But if you watermark over the neck or near the chin, it's really hard to kind of clone unless you're really working hard at it. And most people who are stealing images aren't going to work that hard at doing this kind of stuff. So I'm going to click on the watermark logo bar and show you that one, and I'm going to do the skinny one. And just move that into place. I'm going to make my watermark a little bit smaller and transform that again. And see, that places that transparent bar all the way across the image. And you can, if you want to move these, I'm going to select both those layers by holding the Shift key down to select both at the same time. If you want to move these anywhere up and down and keep the watermark from sliding left or right, just hold your Shift key down while you're moving up or down, and you can do that, and it won't go left and right if you hold your Shift key down. And so do that to place it exactly where you want it. And of course, these are on their own layers, so you can adjust them however you need to in opacity and whatnot. So it's at my watermark text is at 100%, so you can go as subtle as you want to and customize it as much as you want. And you can also, let me show you with the brush again. You can change it to any color you want. Just click on your foreground color here and say I want to make it the color of her shirt. Click on her shirt to sample that. And here I'm going to change my brush size by hitting the left bracket key to reduce the size, and click where I want it. And there we have a watermark that matches the exact color that we want. We can turn the opacity up on that and make it a little bit brighter, and then move it to wherever we like it. So I thank you so much for listening. I hope you enjoyed the new set, and please do share if you are enjoying the new freebies, and I appreciate your business and support, and I hope you have a beautiful day. Thank you so much.